It's just Waymos with arms.
When was the last time you got your hands on a nice pinball machine?
Dave Shay, very funny comedian. It literally blew up in his face.
Ding, 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 ding.
So he puts the fire out, but the cops are still chasing him, obviously, and they're going in and out of rooms from the hallway, like Keystone Cop style. Like he runs out of one room, they run into the other.
You're kidding me.
Right in the middle of that, this, again, I'm just telling you, a very well-endowed woman in a bikini comes walking out of the kitchen carrying a multi-layered birthday cake with candles and starts singing happy birthday. But then a guy in a gorilla outfit jumps out, knocks her back with the cake, goes all over her, goes all over the kids, okay? He runs up to the roof. The cops run up to the roof. He jumps off, and there's like 30 people just running up to the roof, and they all jump off the roof. Freeze frame, Thomas, spoiler alert, that is how this season of The Pitt apparently ends.
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
you have like firsthand knowledge of this.
Yep. Yeah, I know a guy who writes for it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Actually, we started. Hey, what up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. To my right, as always, is my illustrious co-host. You know him from his stand-up special. You know him from Netflix. He is Philadelphia's own Chip Chantry.
And over here to my left, he is Emmy award-winning producer, writer. He puts the ding in Happy Ending, Mr. Thomas O'Brien.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
I can turn pretty much any back alley into a pinball machine, Chip.
You really can. It's all about the tilt, baby. It's all about the tilt.
When was the last time you got your hands on a nice pinball machine?
There is a pinball, I think they refer to it as Pinball Museum. It's basically just a large pinball hall in Asbury Park, starting place of Bruce Springsteen, the East Street Band. I was up there. Yeah, I enjoy a good pinball machine. How about you?
If I had the time, Chip, it'd be nice.
Do you ever have that kid who like had a pinball machine in his house?
No, I didn't have that kid.
I didn't have that. Here's the thing. Okay. I feel like so my little brother, very gregarious, very, he was just a scamp of a kid.
Well, his name's Greg.
Yes. For purposes of this. Exactly. And he's Arius.
Greg Arius.
He always had, I feel like, not always, but like he would make these friends like from school, and like my mom would drop them off to like have like we didn't call them play dates back then, but they would just like drop them off.
Yeah.
And it would always be like rich kids' houses.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, this is crazy. He's like, yeah, we ran around. They had like pinball machines. They had this and that. And like my dumb friends never had any of that. Like, it's like I just said, oh, all right, I guess we'll watch TV again. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, you have a VCR? Great. Okay.
My friends just let me feed their snake one of my mouses. It was a real bad deal.
Yeah, it doesn't work out well. I will say, to date myself, I remember it was, I think, his 8th birthday. I had 2 friends in the neighborhood, 2 good friends like that were my age in the neighborhood, and the one turned 8 years old a month after I did, and his birthday party consisted of they had a pool,
Not bad.
pool party, pizza, and then the dad somehow, I think he had back alley connections. That's the type of guy he was. But he rented, I believe it was 2 video arcade games to come to the house.
Oh, that's
that you
sick.
could play without putting the quarters in. So it was like,
Wow.
I think it was like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong or whatever. But like, it was like we just got to, in his little dumb little like foyer or whatever, because it's the only place it could fit. We like got to play like full arcade video games. I mean, it was amazing. Yeah, but never a full-time pinball owner there.
I can imagine the version that one of my friends would have owned, and it wasn't like pinballs are real solid machines.
There's a lot of real estate involved. It's a large
You got to have the space, but they're sturdy, they're well built, they're tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the at-home version, unless you go super high-end, is going to be a little rickety.
Yeah, it's like a treadmill. You got to go high.
Yes.
There's certain things that, like, I'm not the richest man in the world. I try to be thrifty, but like if you're gonna pay for something, it's there are certain things where you just have to get the good version of it. And like a treadmill, okay, here we go. I got it. treadmill pinball machine, like hybrid.
Treadball machine.
So on treadball, you run, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that also powers the Dukes of Hazzard themed or Knight Rider pinball machine.
Yeah.
And then you get to play pinball as you're running. It motivates you to play, to run.
You're gamifying cardio, Chip.
Yes.
I think this is a big business.
For the first time ever, for the first time in history, I've gamified cardio. Never once before has anybody invented a game that involves running or jumping.
If you could turn running into a contest, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not name names to spare anybody embarrassment. But when I was a young gun, Chip, somebody we both have worked for at different times in our careers, who is much wealthier than both of us, much higher up on the old totem pole of the entertainment industry, sold a young PA level Thomas O'Brien a treadmill. And I had to go to their mansion, pick it up, bring it back to my apartment, and it had no work. It did not work.
Are you kidding me?
I spent like $200 that I probably didn't have, brought home a gigantic treadmill, and set it up, and it would turn on, but when you stepped on it, the belt slipped, so it would you just all you could do was hurt yourself. I ended up having to pay somebody $30 to take it away. It was a $230 fiasco.
Lemon of a treadmill.
Robbed me of a Saturday, and I'm pretty sure he knew it was not in full working order.
Wow. Okay, not to put the blame on the young PA, but you should have done a couple of laps on that thing. That's what I would have done.
Oh, yeah, you would have showed up at your boss's house and said, who had been like pitching you on this treadmill for 2 weeks, and said, it's great, it's amazing, it's like exactly what you need to get your runs knocked out before work.
Yeah.
You would have gone into a
I would have
mansion.
taken it happily just like you, let it just accumulate dust.
I had a hobo bindle on. I walked in his mansion, and I was just like, I don't know, sir.
Yeah.
Could I run a couple kilometers on here?
You get some body glide for that barrel that you were wearing. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
There are a lot of splinters when you run on a treadmill while wearing a barrel with suspenders.
Yeah, but I will tell you, when the weight starts to come off and you're in that same barrel, boy, can you see the results.
The barrel feels roomier. It really does.
Yeah, can you believe this used to be my old barrel?
Yeah. The belly was touching. What if he sold you? Okay, what if he sold you it wouldn't be any worse.
Yeah.
But what if he sold you a treadmill and he had it like delivered to your house, right? So you didn't have to do it. He's like, look, you give me the $200, I will have somebody bring it to your house, and we'll set it up for you, right? And you're like, this is the deal of a lifetime. And they do that. You're not there. It's your roommate at the time is there. They set up, and you walk in, and instead of a treadmill, it's just one of those old exercise machines with the belts that that vibrate. They just wear that. That would be. I mean, I think actually that would be a better scenario than what you were strapped into.
Yeah. No, that would be better. Same guy. Do you know who this person is?
I have a guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same guy. Hooked me up with one of his friends. Another dude, like huge. This guy's like a real big fish. Like sold his company. Many millions of dollars are publicly known that this guy has. Anyways, he was moving, and this same guy sent me a picture of his couch in his living room.
Okay. And
he was just like, Do you want a couch? It's $700.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want that couch. It looks sick. I knew who the guy was. I'm going to have like this millionaire's couch. Like, that's awesome. It looks great. And I got there, and I didn't ask any of the questions I should have. I didn't ask like, how big is it? Which was the big one. So I showed up with a normal size U-Haul, like a U-Haul that's supposed to be able to move a 1-bedroom apartment by itself, just to get a couch. And I show up at this guy's house, and it's it's so gigantic. I can't really even put in words how sprawling this estate is.
Right.
So I pull in through the gate, which is already like, okay, this is pretty sick. Pulling through the guy's gate. He's not there. There's like just some people cleaning up the rest of the house. And the living room is empty except for this couch that I'm supposed to pick up and get. And what I had no reference for in the photos was that this house was absolutely gigantic. Like the ceilings were like 15 feet tall.
Right.
And just the way the perspective looked, it looked like a normal sized couch. This couch was 15 feet long on one portion of the L.
My guess is that your small apartment is not going to hold this couch at all.
My apartment building wouldn't hold this couch, Chip. Like, I could not close. That was 15 feet on one side of the L. Like, and it was also like oversized. So like, if I leaned back on it,
yeah,
my head was still below the back of the couch. I thought it was a normal couch that came mid-back based off of the photos.
Yeah.
So I show up to my apartment building. I cannot get this thing in the lobby.
No.
I can't get it in the lobby.
I'm surprised you got it in the U-Haul.
I couldn't close the door. I got it in there, and then I had to tie it, and there was like 6 foot of couch hanging out the back. And so now I just have this couch, and it's like right by the what do they call the building supervisor or building manager?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, he has a little office where he like leases things and like does some work out of. And there's just this huge couch basically blocking the door to that room.
Fire hazard. Yeah.
It's a fire hazard. He's annoyed. It needs to get out of there quick. And I can't take this couch back. And like $700 was a lot of money to me at the time. That's like 2 weeks take home.
Sure.
Because they don't pay you a lot of money when you're at the bottom.
No.
Not that those jobs even exist anymore. I don't know if there are people in Hollywood running around being overcharged for gigantic couches by their bosses anymore.
It's just Waymos with arms. That's all it is.
Yeah, Waymo arms out there. Way less employees, Waymo cars.
So it's stuck in the lobby.
It's stuck in there, and basically I have to take an L. It's on Runyon Canyon, dude. Franklin and Fuller, right? Yep. It was the best apartment building. It was super sick. I loved living there, but it can't take no 15-foot L couch.
No.
So, I basically, that was another thing. I had to fire sale that. He's like, you have 24 hours to get this out of here. I'm going to start, like, writing you up. I went on old Craigslist, and I had somebody there within half an hour, and then they had to go get their own truck and haul it away for, like, $500. I was probably out another $250 that day. Probably out between the truck and the thing.
And just the fact that you're going to what I would assume is a multi-millionaire's house.
It was sick, dude. It was really cool.
That he just can't give you the couch.
Dude, knowing the way that guy operated, I bet he did get given the couch.
Oh, and then the middleman took.
Yeah. Nobody ever got a great deal from that. He was just like one of those people who just wakes up in the morning, takes a deep breath, and is like, "Oh, did I just make $2,000?"
Yes.
Like they just have a knack for it. Do you feel like you have that killer money instinct, Chip?
Oh, I have a I have a killer pain in my knee when I wake up in the morning. That's as close as I get to that killer money making knack.
Oh, I just think of every decision I made my first 2 years in town, and like just a rube, Chip.
It didn't help that you were just wearing a pair of overalls the entire time.
Yeah.
No shoes, just overalls.
It wasn't even a look.
No.
The thing I like about overalls is it goes over all of it. You know, you can wear them with anything.
Okay, speaking of, I don't know if I've told you this story before. Stop me if I have. This is a famous story that happened at our fraternity house at my college.
I've heard very few famous fraternity house stories.
Okay, so it happened like a year or two before I was there. So like I was not a part of this, but it gets passed down, and like I knew some of the people involved. So this one kid, one of like a guy in my fraternity who I had never met this guy before, but he wasn't a drinker. Didn't really drink much, which, he's in a fraternity, but, he's just there for the camaraderie, Thomas.
Yeah.
And apparently he turned 21 when he's in college, and his mother apparently sent his roommates. There was like 4 guys who lived in this like 2 rooms together, basically.
Yeah.
And sent them like $150, which back then, a lot of money.
Yeah.
And was like, take him out, show him a good time for his 21st birthday.
Yeah.
So they take him out, and they used to do. I luckily didn't do this because my birthday's in the summer, but we would do like if it's somebody's birthday, you would do 21 shots for 21 birthdays. It's just an excuse to go to the hospital. Like that's what that is, right?
I'm trying to think like that's doable. 21 shots. People can do 21 shots.
I've seen it done, but like you're not conscious by the end of it. Like it's just there's no reason for it, and I'm so glad that I did not experience that myself
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
a lot, man.
Not everybody did it, but like a decent amount of people. Like it's his 21st birthday, we're going out for 21 shots, and everybody would buy you a shot, and you would do. It's a lot.
If you were going to do 21 shots, what alcohol would it be?
I mean, the worst part is it would be a mix.
No, you can't do a mix.
That's the worst. But like people buy. Here's a shot of Jägermeister. Here's a shot of Jack Daniels. Here's like a fun, here's a kamikaze shot or like a fun little whatever. So it would be a mix. I mean, that's the worst. I think I would do. Are you asking like hypothetically what I would do?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't good, but like, I get maybe tequila.
Yeah.
Because like a white tequila, because like my go-to drinks when I'm not doing 21 shots is maybe like some sort of tequila based drink, or a whiskey based drink. I know I sound like Chumbawamba right now, but like, whiskey or tequila probably. How about you?
We're in the same category. Probably tequila or like, I guess if you can pick any shot. I haven't had a ton of them, but they do have some like, novelty shots. Like a slippery nip, a buttery nipple, an oozing nipple.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of areola content.
Yes. Right, and you make, because then that's half just half sugar and half whatever. Yeah. I do have a friend who, and again, not to name names, but he was apparently, I had heard this story secondhand, because it was like a friend of mine, and then he became friends with other guys. He went to like school, and I think it was like, he went to grad school or whatever, and they're hanging out with these dudes, and it's like a bro-y situation kind of. And he's not the bro-iest guy.
Bro-y fatone.
And he wasn't a big drinker either.
Okay.
So they're like, we're doing shots. What are you doing? And somebody's like, we're doing Jaeger shots. I'm doing whiskey, whatever. It's like, what are you doing? And he goes, I'll have a purple hooter. And it didn't go over well. It did not go over well. Yeah.
Dude, I know a drink. I'll say the drink I know. I'll take one purple hooter. Yeah. I didn't start drinking till very late, Chip. I was post-college when I had my first alcoholic
Really?
beverage.
I did. Mm-hmm. How did I not know this about you?
Because you didn't know me when I was 23.
Well, yeah, but you think. So wait, so you went all through college. You're not a drinker.
Not a drinker.
What? Let me ask you this: Okay, because I will say this. I did not become a drinker until college. Like my second night of college, had my first beer. Second night of college, and then like for a couple of months, I would have like 2 beers or something like that, but like never. But the first time I got drunk was like second semester freshman year, and then it was kind of all downhill from there. Like it was just a lot of drinking. I look back on my college days, and not that I didn't have fun in my fraternity, didn't have fun doing what I did, but like I remember there were times where it's like, well, everybody's drinking tonight. I have to drink again for the 5th night in a row.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, let me get off this ride for a little bit, and I think I would have done other things and been more productive, and maybe even gotten into comedy a little bit more or whatever, not drinking rather than just hanging out. So what did you do? Describe your life, your weekend at a college when you're not drinking.
Well, I just like didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So it was a real nice tapestry of like, I was just busy all the time. I had like 3 jobs, and I had to keep like a 3.8 GPA to keep like my scholarships and stuff. So it was like,
yep, I feel you. I was there too.
there was not a ton of like time if I wanted to like be checked out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. Good for you, man. Because
I probably would have rather had fun, but like, you know, it also like I think a lot of people had like a hard time with college, and I was like, it was a little bit on easy mode, the academic part for me, because I just was like, you know, it was just scheduled. The schedule was hard coded. I didn't have a lot of choice. Like I woke up. A couple of my jobs were work study, so I could study while I was working at the old science library.
Always good. Yep.
Rushing at the science library.
Yep.
In the morning, I worked at a TV station where I would show up at like 4 a.m. and I would like, there was all these satellites, and I would hit record on the programs that were going to be airing that night as the feeds came in.
Yep.
And then I would keep like 2 different local TV stations running in the morning.
That's great.
And then at night, I went to the old Olive Garden, buddy.
Look at you.
It was quite a time to be alive.
Slinging those sticks of bread.
Yep, slinging those sticks of bread. So, yeah, didn't have a ton of time for comedy or boozing it up, but boy, did I make up for it later. But, I mean, this is the tangent episode, Chip. I don't think we've talked about anything we meant to talk about.
No.
We keep going, but all that to say was the first time I drank was at a work function, and like my first grown-up job out of college, and it wasn't even like early on in it. I was with a sales team, and we had like this big kind of like year-end meeting or whatever where everybody got awards and rah, and I won highest gross profit, Chip.
Good for you. Congrats.
I know. In the sales world, that's where you get your nut.
Because you weren't a degenerate booze hound. You were out there pounding the pavement.
Yeah, so I was at that, and some of my coworkers was just like, "You seriously never drank before?" And I was like, "Yeah." And my buddy, who was a good dude, former military guy, loved this dude. He was looking out for me. He's like, I think people who are having their first drink, it's normally this. He got me a Malibu and Coke, Chip.
Oh.
A Malibu and Coke. So I ended up having
a little rum and Coke.
2 Malibu, but like a coconut, very low alcohol. Like,
yes,
it is a, you know, traditionally a younger lady's beverage of choice.
Sure,
if it's going to be something. And that's all. I didn't like go all in or anything. It's just like, you know, every once in a while, if I was going out with some friends, I'd have a cocktail or 2, or Malibu and Coke. And then I went to New York. Big New York trip when I was towards the end of being 24, and met some people. We were at this cool bar. This girl's like, "What are you drinking?" And I said, "Malibu and Coke." And she said, "That's not going to work."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay."
She set you right.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Your drink is whiskey and 7-Up."
A 7 and 7.
That 7 and 7, and that became what I rolled with for like 2 years.
I'm a 7 and 7 guy myself. Love a 7 and 7.
This New Year's Eve, somebody asked me what I wanted to drink. I was like, I'll have a 7 and 7.
It's a perfect drink. It's sort of classy. I think anybody can drink it.
There's no stigma one way or the other.
It's old school.
Yeah.
It's an old school drink. 7 and 7. It might be the perfect drink. I do love a whiskey ginger ale, like to give it that little extra thing. But like 7 and 7, man, Thomas. I'm a Mai Tai guy now because I love my Mai Tais. But that's a special occasion drink to a certain extent.
It's also such a hassle drink. Like if you're at somebody's, if you go to somebody's house and they're like, "You want something to drink?" and you're like, "Yeah, I'll take a Mai Tai." They'll punch you in the face.
Yeah, you will get a Mai right in your tie, and you don't need that. But a 7 and 7, boom, bing, bing, bang, bang, and I feel like it's the okay. I'm gonna say it. 7 and 7, the functional alcoholics drink. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that should just be their slogan, because it's like, yeah, I can do this, and I can also operate some heavy machinery that I probably shouldn't, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Speaking of okay, Thomas, should we get started with this more than okay episode?
I think we should get started with the more than okay episode. It's chock full, Chip. I'm gonna keep it just to the minimum here. We have a call-in. We have another call-in that's coming up. Very funny comedian, Dave Shay, giving us a scenario, and we're going to let him know at the end of that if he deserves a vacation or not. How fun's that?
A lot of fun. By the way, feel free to call in for us as well. If you have an embarrassing or harrowing vacation story that you would like to share with the podcast, or maybe it's just an embarrassing situation that you were in where you want us to decide if you should deserve a vacation to get away from that situation, or hey, maybe it's just advice and we'll tell you to go on vacation, or we'll give you some actual advice. Thomas, hit him with that number one more time.
It's 310-845-6038. The phone lines are open. It is a voicemail box, and by leaving a message there, you're letting us do whatever we want with this voice message. We have to say that for
yes, we do.
Legal all
reasons.
Kinds of reasons. So we're doing that. We've got we're getting into the good book, Chip.
I got a great good book one this time.
I think mine's pretty spicy too.
Okay. Spicy meatball.
And I feel like for algorithmic reasons, I have to mention Hilary Duff just had her first concert.
She did.
In almost 2 decades last night.
Good for her.
In London. And by all accounts, it went really well. Congratulations, Hilary.
HD.
And listen up, algorithm. We're talking about what's trending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're on the fun side of trending. Send us to the moon.
We're duff heads, baby.
We are duff heads.
I don't know who she is. I'll be honest with you. Like, I know the name. I can picture somebody, but it's like kind of like it's that post. Like, I knew who Britney Spears was. I knew who Christina Aguilera was,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple years after that, I just feel like a sort of flock of like blonde actresses that were
Yep.
young, singers, actors. A lot of them had to do with the Disney Channel, I think.
Yeah.
So then, and like that is kind of that era of where it's like it all becomes a blur to me.
I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your willingness to talk about not being hyper aware of famous young women. I will say, though, for
Yes.
Hilary Duff, especially, because we are duff heads.
Big duff heads here.
Her big sister, I don't remember her name, but was the girl that Napoleon Dynamite liked. In Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, okay. I thought that.
That's
that
the
was her older-
touchstone.
Yes, that's the touchstone for me. I learned that, and I couldn't have told you that. I'm gonna say Haley Duff. Is that?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
just
that
guess
sounds like-
Haley Duff. I think it might be. But yes, I do remember that it's like, oh, she is like sort of a name because she is sisters with another famous actor, performer. Yes.
It might be like, I don't know why it's ringing. I think Duff might be a stage name. I think her name actually might be Haley's Comet.
I think that's what it is. By the way, speaking of Haley's Comet, I went to see Napoleon Dynamite in the theater.
Hell yeah.
It was me and the Purple Hooter guy.
Did you think he had a hooter or two?
I think
before
he had a
the
hooter
show?
too. And it was me and the Purple Hooter guy and like 6 other people in the entire theater. Okay?
Uh-huh.
He and I laughed our asses off the entire movie. Just loved it, laughed it. Everyone else stone-faced the entire movie.
Yeah, it was either for you or it wasn't. And was Paul Chantry, your father, just standing there being like, "It's not that funny, guys.
It's not that funny, guys. Do not laugh at this. Do not. It's why are you doing this?
Llamas don't eat ham, Chip. This isn't funny." All right, this is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel and whatever we've been doing here. We've been having fun. If you think those two things should go together, if you like that combination, stay tuned. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I need some clarification. Isn't it the person who booked the room that gets to sleep on the top bunk?
We don't have bunk beds here.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, this isn't our hotel. This is not our hotel. I'm sorry. We're in an IKEA right now.
Chip?
Whoa. Why do you always do that to me, Thomas? The old ticker. You're going to get it one of these days.
I hope not. Don't say that. We're too close to the heart problem ages.
We are. But that's we're both 28 years young, and we're going to be 30 soon. So I don't want to think about it.
Whew, you only get so many 7 and 7s before the old ticker stops a beating.
It really does. Speaking of 7 and 7s, you know what we need to do? We need to get a shot. A little shot of sunblock right here, buddy.
I hear you.
Slather it on.
Slather, buddy. It becomes even more important in the winter months, Chip.
It really does. It's by the way, this it's It is a hot 18 degrees right now in Philadelphia, and I'm making sure I don't get sunburnt. It's freezing out. Even my dog is like, screw this. Like, usually he doesn't care. We put him in a little sweater, and he loves the cold weather. And today he was like, nope. We went around the block, and he's like, we usually go for a good solid half hour, 45-minute walk in the morning, and it was about 12 minutes we were out there. And that's all he could take, and I was happy for it because he's a good boy.
He is a good boy. Shout out Franklin. Dude, this weekend was, it was my first beach trip of 2026. Very nice weekend.
Okay, so I'm sitting here. I was literally shoveling snow and scraping ice off my car, and you went to the beach.
Yeah, so like Southern California does have its advantages, Chip.
Yes, it does.
But it was beautiful on Sunday, so we just loaded up the baby, headed down to Manhattan Beach.
Did you hit the water at all?
No. The water.
That's too cold, right?
I don't go in the water really in California, even in the summer anymore. I used to, but it's like I got the kid now. It's like it takes some getting used to, dude. It's cold all the time, at least compared to some of the locations we've been able to dip our tootsies.
That we've done our floats in. Yep.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you just you can't really forget what that feels like, and then go into a much chillier, and in a lot of ways, a much more feces-filled body of water.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. That's a matter of fecal that we have to deal with.
I don't care to deal with it. And I also don't care to look into it. But I've heard some pretty horrific things about like what can happen to local surfers who spend a lot of time splashing around in that chop. There can be some health deterrence going on there. But health deterrence wasn't a problem I had this week, Chip.
No.
Breaking news here from the world of sports. The Pickle Boys, my pickleball crew, won the championship.
What?
Yep. After league play in the West Side Pickleball League, we had risen to high enough in the bracket that we made the top 4. And last Thursday night, we went down to Pickle Pop in Santa Monica.
Is it literally called Pickle Pop?
I think that's the store. There's a store connected to some courts. I don't know if they're actually.
Is it indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
Okay.
Outdoor.
Good. Yeah.
The weather cooperated. The week before was bitter cold, Chip. Cold for normal league play. But there was a tournament for the top 4, hour 1. Seeds. We were the second seed, I believe. We played the third ranked team, won, and then we went on to play the first ranked team. It took down the house, buddy. It was a real smashing, and it ended up having the visual impact of 4 men in their 40s who were taking it very seriously, playing against 2 women who I'm guessing were in their early 20s, who largely showed up for social reasons and to have some fun, and we.
Maybe they thought it was going to be like a singles thing. Hey, I'll meet a guy. Instead, they met 4 middle-aged men.
They met 4 married men who did not want to be friends, who all needed to get back to their kids, and just like, this is all we got. This is all we got.
That might be the worst-case scenario for them.
Yeah.
So, like, this
we
is
really
not,
wanted it.
As much as I want to give you kudos and congratulations for your well-earned victory, this is not your story to be told. It is these 2 young ladies of what they had to go through. So, okay, first of all, now let me ask you this. Yep. Pickleball. Mm-hmm. There's 2 of them. There's 4 of you.
Yeah.
Are you rotating in or out? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we're rotating it. It's like they had more people on their team. They just didn't show up. They didn't all want it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So they were the only 2. So they had to play the entire time.
They had to play the entire time. And not really a cardio issue. Like, for most of the league games, we only brought 2 people. We all showed up because it was the playoffs and we thought it would be fun. Yeah. But it is boring to show up to a pickleball game if you're not playing the whole time.
It has to be. That'd be horrific.
It's especially because, like, it's not in your backyard. You got to go all the way to Santa Monica from wherever you're at to be in this specific league.
I've heard the Everclear song. Yeah, they mentioned pickleball. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Everclear's been on top of every trend. They were on top of the leaving your family as a father trend.
Yes. Yep.
They were on top of high grain alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they were leading the way on everything, and
Gardening.
I can't believe it.
Gardening.
Gardening. I can't believe I did not remember that their pickleball reference, but yeah, they were on top of it. Baby.
On top of it. Yep.
So
we can live beside the ocean,
yes.
leave the world behind, play in a pickleball tournament, and something behind. Yeah.
By the way, first concert, Everclear headlined my first concert I ever saw. Yeah, it was them. Fastball. Where were we going without ever knowing the way? One hit wonder.
Wait, keep going. Who else was on there?
Marcy's Playground.
Oh, great band. Yeah.
Keep
going.
There was one other band that is escaping me. Maybe it was just 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I'm gonna say that this was 1998.
It had to be earlier than that.
Okay.
Had to be a little earlier than that. Like Everclear Portland band. I don't know if they were crushing yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe it was. Maybe it was like.
Okay. Well, the reason being is because I saw Fastball and Everclear, because I was going to say, I was like, I've never seen Everclear. I did catch a little bit of their set, and I caught a little bit of Fastballs. The 1998 Y100 Festival. Fez with a Z, like the red hats. That was always like their thing.
I thought it might have been an homage to that '70s show.
Maybe. But yeah, they would always. It was always like a package tour that would come from town to town.
Yeah,
and that was the one. And that year it was Everclear was on it. Fastball. The big ones were Ben Folds 5, who I was a big Ben Folds 5 fan.
Yeah, big time. Brick.
Green Day.
Yep.
Wait, was Ben Folds 5? I think Ben Folds 5 was it. Yeah. Green Day, because I've seen Ben Folds a couple times. Green Day. Cherry Poppin' Daddies closed it out.
Wow. A little Zoot Suit Riot.
Zoot Suit Riot. And then on the side stage, I saw the Specials, which is like seminal ska band.
Yeah.
I also saw the band Fuel, which they were more of a sort of a local. They're a Pennsylvania band, so I saw Fuel. I also saw Fuel. Do you remember Fuel, Shimmer, and all that?
Yeah, Shimmer. I was gonna say Shimmer. Yeah.
And Hemorrhage, I think, was the other one that they had a little while later. It was like a very high rate of play. I saw the band Fuel. Speaking of drinking too much, I saw the band Fuel with 4 other people watching them sitting on an old couch outside at Benfer Bash at my college, which was just this like, every spring they would do this like kind of party or this sort of carnival kind of whatever. And there was 4 of us at 2 p.m. on a Saturday watching this band trying their hardest. And I was like, these guys are pretty good. It was the band Fuel.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. But Everclear and Fastball, yeah, I saw them together on that package.
Yeah, I mean, they were the small fish on that show.
Yeah.
They were the top dog on the show I saw.
As they should have been. They sparkled and then they faded. That was the name of the album. Yeah. So, okay, back to you. Congratulations. What does this mean now in your life for pickleball?
Well, it was bizarre. Like we just we won it. We snapped a couple of pics.
Yep.
And then we kind of looked at each other and we're just like, huh.
Yeah, where do we
Where do we go?
We are on top of the mountain.
Yeah,
we can only walk down now.
Well, I'm just like at this age, I'm just like, this doesn't feel like a ton, and I don't know that there's like a lot more athletic achievement ahead of me. Like,
sure,
interest. It's I guess the gift is just being able to play now.
How was the girls' reaction to you winning? Were they gracious losers? Did they just hit it and run? Was there handshakes that happened?
Yeah, you tap paddles. You tap paddles.
Paddle taps. Apologies. Yeah,
they were very nice. They were actually really, really good. They were really, really good, really sound, very technical. They stole one game off of us, which didn't happen in the previous game. But no, they were just good. They were actually a workplace team.
Okay.
From Snapchat. Snapchat backed a couple of teams in the old league. And,
little chat snappers over there.
Little chat snappers. So, they played their game, and as they ought to do, they disappeared.
Yeah. Good. But and then you run it. Are you going to be defending the title next season?
No. We decided to take a break because as fun as the league was, it was really expensive.
Yeah.
And it was Thursday night, and we just have we play on the weekends.
Yeah.
We set up our own tournaments. It's just much cheaper, more convenient, and a couple of them nights. There were nights, to paraphrase Celine Dion, when the winds were so cold.
Oh, can't have that.
It was I was out there freezing my
and I don't care
off a couple
where
of these
you
nights.
are.
Yeah.
Like playing pickleball, again, to quote Celine Dion,
Yeah.
near, far, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can get a little chilly. So no, we're back to hitting the mean streets of Beverly Hills on the weekend.
I feel like you guys are sort of like the end one tournament
Yeah.
of the pickleball NBA. Like you're the sort of the badass, kind of great. You are the hustlers. You are the white man can't jump of
we
pickleball.
are. And instead of trick shots and fancy passes, we consider a real fancy move to be what we don't do. And
It's like jazz.
It's like jazz. It's the notes you don't play.
Mm-hmm.
And the notes we're trying not to play are rolled ankles and pulled hamstrings. Those are the two big ones we're trying to stay away from.
Those are the two big moves that you guys do. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's so bad. Have you ever been a grown-up out with a bunch of dudes playing a sport and hurt yourself?
I will tell you this. When I turned, it was roughly around 30. So, again, I wasn't a super old man, but it was the time that I felt the worst.
Yeah.
I was playing kickball, adult kickball.
Adult, so full nude?
Oh, total, full frontal. Yes, absolutely. Full frontal kickball is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And okay, this is so dumb. We got a bunch of guys together. We got the ball. We started playing, and it was on this like playground in Philadelphia, and the ball popped almost immediately. So we're like, we have to play with something, and we're like, okay. There was this old basketball lying around. And we're like, let's play with the basketball.
It's going to have some more heft to it.
Somebody, I think, broke a toe. I didn't want to break the toe, so I did like the instep kick.
Yeah, the side kick.
Side kick, and screwed my back up because it was just like, when that's pitched to you and it's coming quick, and then you stop it with it just wrenched my back, and it was the first time I ever really hurt my back. And then my other friend like slipped and hurt his knee or something like that. There was like 3 of us that went down, and we're like, oh, we are now old men at 30.
Well, you got to have the right equipment.
A humbling day.
You're playing kickball with a bowling ball. It's like there's going to be some consequences. The most embarrassing moment of my athletic career happened in a kicking sport as well. During the pandemic, actually a couple of the pickle boys were involved, but we didn't know each other nearly as well. A lot of the golf courses around here opened up kick golf courses where it's like
like soccer.
It's a soccer golf kind of. Yeah, you have like a soccer
I love that.
ball.
I'm into that. I've never played, but it sounds fun. Go ahead.
Well, it was the second kick of these dudes I don't know very well.
Yeah.
And I just full on pull the old hammy. So now I'm like walking. We still have 8 holes left of kick soccer, and I am limping behind everybody, trying to figure out how to
hide the tears, first of all.
How to hide? Yeah, it was just like how do I come out of this not just feeling like the weakest, biggest loser on the planet? And there was nothing there was nothing objectively I could do. I just felt that way. I'm around a bunch of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
We came here to do this sport thing that's not physically demanding. It's not straining, and I can't even do that.
And the worst part is in golf, you can't just step off the court and be like, I'm going to take a breather. Like you're in the wilderness.
No, yeah, I had to limp around for 8 more holes while not kicking the ball, talking.
Were
to
they
people.
aware that you pulled your hamstring, or did you try to hide it?
No. I told him, like, I couldn't play anymore. When you have no hamstring,
Yeah, you
and
can't,
you're doing a sport that's only kicking, like there's there's no way to hide
That's
it.
true. That is true.
But yeah, dude, that's rough, and it comes to do with age. You know, playing basketball back in the day, if you rolled your ankle, if you pulled a hamstring, whatever. We're all warriors out here. It didn't happen on the first shot of the game. We've played before. We'll play again. We understand the rules of pickup basketball in the big city, baby.
Yeah.
You take it.
Yeah.
You make it. You take it. But yeah, dude, being in your 40s, and it's like, just it's weird getting new dudes together anyways at this age.
I will agree with you. It is weird getting new dudes together. And
and then to go out there and feel physically diminished. It is so demasculating, buddy.
Yeah. Speaking of demasculating.
Yep.
Should we get into our call-in for the day?
I love it. I love this segment.
Oh, by the way, before we do that, congratulations once again.
Oh.
Champion pickleball. You are okay. I will say, I need to start sporting mine again. You are wearing your medal from our 5K.
Mm-hmm.
You are a decorated athlete now. Like, you are not just...
Yeah, I'm not screwing around. I'm playing for keeps.
What did they present you with something, or will they present you with something for the tournament?
Funny you should ask. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. The person who was running the tournament was sick that day.
Okay.
And his friend showed up to check everybody in, make sure everybody was legal to play. Because Chip, you could not bring in a ringer for the championship. It had to be somebody from the original roster.
Okay.
Only on the court. So there was somebody there monitoring that. And at the end, I was like, "Do we get a trophy or anything?" And he was like, "Honest to goodness, I wish I knew. No clue."
Yeah.
No
My
clue.
buddy's got the mumps. He will let you know. Yeah.
Yeah. The measles, mumps, and rubella.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
The rubella.
Rubella. What's rubella?
It's a young Southern girl who is very ornery, and her mother's always yelling at you. And if she bites you, you get a disease.
She's infected.
Yeah. Rubella, you get back in the house. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. I saw 28 Weeks Later, Bone Temple.
Oh, you mentioned it. How was it?
If you like full male frontal,
Count me in.
if you are into a zombie apocalypse,
Yep.
and if you want to see what it feels like to spend time with literal Satanists in that environment.
You've checked my 3 boxes of cinema.
I mean, yeah, I went, and there was, not to say it was completely devoid of interesting things. There was some interesting things, but like, if you had a cocktail, this is the opposite of the 7 and 7. 7 and 7's for everybody. This one's for almost nobody. And honest to God, if I didn't have to drive all the way over to Century City to watch it with some buddies, Century City. It was in Universal City. It was the Universal City Walk, Chip.
Oh, so you had to go to the Valley for this one.
I had to go to the Valley for this one, and then deal with that parking garage. It was a whole thing. If I hadn't paid a great cost to get there, I would have got up and walked out about 5 minutes in. I would have made it about 5 minutes in. And you know me, I love a dark horror movie.
Yeah.
I really do. And this one was just a bridge too far. I was like, I feel gross and yucky all the time. I don't need to sit in here. But I did.
Yeah.
There were some moments. There was also like just the biggest jacked zombie guy. And like it was cool because his hog was out, right? The whole movie.
Sure. Zombie hog.
But like it wasn't just long. It was also real wide.
Oh, wow.
And I thought
Do you think that's because he was a zombie? Is that part of it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like if you're saying the comparison is like I am not a zombie and he looks different than me, then yes, maybe that was the contributing factor.
Okay.
But I think he was just like a big dude beforehand.
Yeah.
I think he was a big dude beforehand. But man, they were to borrow an Always Sunny phrase, really thunder gunning it throughout this series in a fun way.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll avoid that one. Maybe that's the pick to avoid this week.
It could be. It might just be. But anyways, this is the podcast to not avoid. This is the opposite of Bone Temple.
Yeah.
This is Flesh Condo.
The Flesh Condo. Another great name we could have had, Thomas, but we just
the Flesh Condo. Here on the Sunburnt podcast, we're more of a Flesh Condo than a Bone Temple. We have a call-in line. You know how innovative this is? Do you know how technologically driven and advanced we are? You can call the number 310-845-6038, and you can leave us a message telling us anything you want. What we're requesting is horrible vacation stories, embarrassing stories from your real life. Or if you need any advice, if you're going through something, want to ask a couple of ding-dongs who are willing to make wild assumptions and give you just the perspective of two older gentlemen who have really only figured out one thing in this lifetime, and that's that they like comedy and hanging out with each other.
Yes.
And I guess our families.
Yes.
We have built our families. We like our families.
Right.
Almost as much as comedy and hanging out with each other. Give that a ringy-dingy-dingy. One brave soul, hilarious comedian, Dave Shay. Called in the number. And Chip, do you want to set this baddie up?
All right. Dave Shay, very funny comedian. Also was a teacher for a long time. And I can't remember if he still is or if he moved on from that. But he turned a positive into a negative, unfortunately. He was going for a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
He wanted to eat better, more nutritional foods, and it literally blew up in his face.
All right.
Let's play the tape.
All right. This is David Boy.
Hey, Chip, it's your old buddy Dave Shay here. And a little anecdote from a few years ago that happened to me. You can tell me whether or not you think I need a vacation.
Hold on a second here. So what accent am I detecting here? Is this straight up Philly? Is there a little twist to it?
I believe he's a New Jersey guy. So
a
South
New
Jersey.
Jerseyman.
I don't know if I can't remember if he's from there originally. I would guess so. But yeah, I'm saying New Jersey.
All right. Continuing.
It was probably 2012, 2013.
By the way, stop it again. I detect no I detect no accent whatsoever. That's how ingrained in the culture I am. To you on the other side of the country, probably you're just like you're trying to get every single word in. You're like, I don't understand this guy at all. But that's what makes us in Philadelphia, South Jersey very special. We understand each other. But go ahead, Thomas.
That's a funny thing about accents is just like when you hear one that's not your own, you just go like I can't stop myself. I say something about it. Like heaven forbid there's an Australian person around. Like I'll be like, "Wow, you talk like that?"
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did I tell you this is the honest God truth, and I would not. I'm not making fun. I'm making this is on me. I was in actually Portland, Oregon, a couple years ago.
Okay.
Doing some shows.
Yep.
And I was just sort of like by my when you're on the road, you're by yourself a lot. You're not interacting, and like I can find myself, especially in my older years, like not as sociable as I used to be, and like I even like in a store, like I just kind of keep my head down or whatever. And I was like, and people in Portland are so nice. They just talk to you, and I was like, I want to be more open and just like talk to strangers, like just be more lively and like just hospitable and friendlier. I don't want to be that jerk from Philadelphia that everybody thinks, because we actually are very nice people, but like sometimes you close yourself off. And I was at Target. Yeah. And there was a young woman who was the cashier as I'm checking out with just a couple items at Target. And we had just a few quick words.
Yep.
And she had a really interesting accent that didn't feel like a Portland accent.
Yeah.
And I was literally just about to say, "Oh, that's an interesting accent. Where are you from?" Because I was going to be open. And she turned her head And that's when I noticed that she was wearing hearing aids. And I literally was about to say something, and I was like, oh, no, you should never talk to anybody ever again. Because what you're going to say is going to come out offensive, and you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. So that was the day that I started and stopped talking to strangers.
Yeah. And then you did a quick pivot. You're like, I'm not going to talk about the accent. I'm going to congratulate her on being pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. When's the baby due? Yeah. No. So I haven't spoken to anybody in public since that day. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Dave Shay with his crazy New Jersey accent.
Let's go, Dave.
And I was trying to lose weight. I was, at work eating a salad, and I was at one of the shared work computers.
All right. Here's the thing. Like, anytime you're trying to do anything, you've increased your vulnerability tenfold.
You have. You're entering new waters.
Yeah.
You're out of your safe zone.
No matter what comes next, it's already 10x higher than if this just happened on a regular day. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So I was eating a hamburger. That's not, the stakes aren't high.
The stakes are actually ground up and put into a patty in that scenario.
They 100% are.
The stakes are high, baby. Let's go.
Now, this is an area in a public school where teachers are kind of coming and going. There's a refrigerator and sink and couches and bathrooms. Well,
it sounds like a classic teacher's lounge.
It's
Chip.
a teacher's lounge. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Also, very high stakes. As somebody who spent many a lunch for almost 15 years in a teacher's lounge, it can be, there's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
There are assigned seats, basically. You don't
Really?
sit in the wrong place. Not assigned, but like somebody will let you know if you're sitting in their seat and they don't want you to. It can be very, very high stakes.
Who's the top dog in the teacher hierarchy?
Oh, it would always be like that, like one, like kindergarten it was always a primary teacher, like kindergarten to second grade, who had been there for like 30 years.
Right.
Like you rule the roost and like you kneel down before them.
So it's a seniority thing largely.
Yes.
Followed probably closely by aggressive personality.
It's I would say it's just it's all about aura and putting out that vibe. It's all about vibe, Thomas.
Man, God damn it. It's all a vibe check. This whole world's a goddamn vibe check.
That's all it is.
All right. All right, Dave.
The shared computer that I was on is facing the wall, and perpendicular to me was the bathroom. Now, I had always been like the heavy guy at work, and I probably had a reputation of ordering the chicken fingers and fries from the cafeteria or pizza more often than salad, right? But I was trying to turn over a new leaf in January. This lady comes out of the bathroom right as I'm biting into a grape tomato. Now, just to add a little context to the story, the lady that came out of the bathroom is this hyper fit, wellness, wholeness, had like 3 kids and then got skinny immediately after each of them, takes her lunch breaks, walking outside the track, just a super tight fit blonde lady. And I was embarrassed by what happened, which was when I bit into the grape tomato, I didn't close my mouth around the front of it carefully enough. And the grape tomato exploded forward all over the like shared work computer that all of the staff members are allowed to use. And it happened right at the moment when she is coming out of the bathroom at me sideways. So she gets the most perfect cinematic view of me absolutely munging this grape tomato onto the shared computer at work. So just, as if I was trying to turn around my reputation as like, the kind of slobby coworker, right? Here I am enjoying my first salad that they've ever seen me eat, and I am absolutely disgustingly spraying grape tomato all over the work computer with my mouth. This was 2012, 2013 maybe. I still think about it every day.
It's rough. That is rough. Okay. First of all, it's a telltale sign that you have not been eating healthy recently.
Yeah.
When your salad has to come with an instruction manual.
No matter if that's true or not, you got to feel that way. Because, like, you're trying to make this change.
Yep.
You're already doing so. And here's, like, how crazy we are as human beings. Like, you think about yourself 10 times more than anybody else ever could possibly.
Right.
And this,
even
like,
this woman's coming out of the bathroom. She's probably a little vulnerable, thinking, hopefully everything, nobody thinks too much of what I was doing in there.
This is what I was thinking. Like, for me personally, I'm 10 times more worried that somebody would even think of me in the context of using the bathroom.
Right.
Than whatever could happen with a salad.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely that. But what I'm saying is, just setting it up, you feel like everybody's looking at you, like they're evaluating your choices, like they've been judging you harshly for like what you've been eating for lunch.
Yes.
And then they are shocked and surprised when you order a healthier option. Nobody's thinking about you or what you're eating for lunch. That's the reality, but that's not how it feels.
No, that's not how it feels. And then to go an extra step and show everybody what you're eating all over the computer. That's so okay. So Dave, here's the thing. And again, he knows now, he's learned this lesson, but a grape tomato is something that you eat totally inside your mouth.
Yeah.
There are certain things, marshmallows, jelly beans, 9-volt batteries, whatever they are, you put it fully in your mouth and you let the dirty work happen inside the lips.
Yeah.
And he knows that now. He learned the hard way.
But the things he mentioned before, pizza, chicken fingers, fries, those are all, you can eat them half in, half out.
Right.
Chop a hunk off.
It is very embarrassing, Dave. But the good news is you were doing something right. Like, at least it wasn't a ding-dong.
Yeah.
Like, where she walks out and she's like, boom, Twinkie comes out and then just, like, shoots out all over the thing. Like,
and then your
this
chair
is
breaks.
a healthy option.
Yes. I'm thinking in reality, as fit as she is, as many protein bars as she had just excreted, she walked out of that bathroom, saw him just give a facial to the old screen there.
Yeah.
And if she was going to verbalize anything, if her thoughts just came out in that moment, she'd be like, I wasn't just in the bathroom.
Right.
Everybody's always thinking about themselves.
They're just thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think, okay, here's what I would have done maybe if I was Dave. And I don't know what he said or if he just pretended like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I have a couple saver lines for him.
Oh, I gotcha.
First of all, he could have just looked at her and said, hey, you know what kind of computer this is? A marinara. Like just throw that in there. Or maybe like, oops, I got the keyboard all QWERTY. He could have gone a little snarky and just been like, you should have seen what I did with a cucumber. And then, he could have also said something like, I say tomato. And then just like let that hang there as he's like, starting to clean it up. Or then I think also what the saver line could have been is to him sort of throwing himself at her mercy, this guru of health, where he shoots it out, there's a moment, and then he just sets the rest of the salad down and maybe even gets on his knees but just has this puppy dog look, helpless look on his face, and he just looks at her and says, show me how.
I like that. A plea.
A plea, I think, would be a good way to go with that.
My ideal response would have been make direct eye contact for a little too long, and then go, I'm not going to tell you why, but people around the office have been calling me Salad Shooter.
That's the way to go. And then he gets a new nickname.
Yeah.
Hey, Shooter.
God,
and it sounds like a cool name.
I'm telling you, dude, all I want is a cool nickname, and I want somebody to come lift weights with me, dude. These are my two goals.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is it so hard? It's tough.
It-
It's tough out there.
When you're on top with the pickleball world,
I know. Yeah,
it is lonely at the top.
pretty much professional athlete.
So embarrassing situation, but you were doing something good.
Yeah.
Does this deserve a vacation, Thomas?
I'm going to say yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going to say 10 out of 10. This is a vacation.
10 out of 10. You deserve a vacation. And guess what? We here at the Sunburnt Podcast, Dave, we're sending you on an all-inclusive vacation to the Thousand Islands.
You're going to love the Thousand Islands, Dave.
Dressing optional.
You're going to enjoy the lovely off-white tones of the Thousand Islands shores. That is, I never thought about it. That's got to be the most tropical salad dressing.
I mean, there's many islands. Yeah. It's a little creamy. That's sometimes for because you don't want it to get in the hot weather, but yeah.
You got to keep it cool. But Dave,
So,
you're
yes.
you're gonna enjoy it, and you especially because it's compounded with interest.
Yes.
It's been running around on his mind since 2013.
I think that's it because I wonder if he could go to this woman, if he still works with her, he could track her down and be like, do you remember that day that it happened?
Yeah.
I would love for him to come back and let us know, like, was that a thing that like she has kept in the old noggin since 2013.
And then you also have to deal with, at that point, time has passed. Like, and then you're like, do I weigh more now than I did when I was worried about this 12 years ago?
Right. Have I slimmed down? Right. I don't know. And it's like also like that computer's probably long gone now, outdated. Like he probably had to do the cleanup. The cleanup probably had to happen. Of course, he's a good man. He would have cleaned it up, and that can be a little dicey. You're in there between the keys and everything. Like that might take a little time and effort. Like you don't want a sticky keyboard left behind.
Yeah, no sticky keyboards left behind. That's in the teacher's motto.
Yeah.
But I think like even the idea of a shared work computer, that's probably of the past.
Right, yeah. We got Lappy Toppies. We're not doing that. We don't have to worry about that. So it is a thing of like, that's kind of like saying, like I spilled my carrots all over the steam engine. It's okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about steam engines as much anymore.
Actually, steaming's a great way to get a carrot ready for that yapper, dude.
That's what I'm telling you. I dropped my cauliflower all over the mimeograph machine. See, it's not that big of a deal. But again, the real estate that it's taken up in your mind, Dave, 100%, you're getting a vacation. You deserve a vacation.
And not only do you deserve it, it's prescribed. This is what's going to cure you of thinking about this anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you can't make amends. There's nothing to say you're sorry for.
No.
You just got to get out there, get a little sun on thof buns.
Yeah, make your face look like a grape tomato.
Make your face look like a grape tomato. Burn the crap out of your mug, and let's move on with it. Let's not spend time in this negative place. Let's spend time in a great place. You on them Thousand Islands. All right. If you would like to know if you have a moment in your life that is vacation worthy, that number again is 310-845-6038. Thank you so much, Dave. That was awesome. What a vulnerable story. We really appreciate it.
Oh, and make sure you follow Dave at Dave Shay, SHAY, at Dave Shay _ for some of his hilarious stand-up, etc. I mean, maybe there'll be more exploding vegetables. We don't know.
With Dave, you kind of do. He's the farmer's market Gallagher. A lot of people
really
are saying.
Is. He's Mouth Gallagher.
He's Mouth Gallagher 3. Chip, what an incredible segue. It's time to get into the good book.
The good book, baby. We got our new edition. Oh, mine's upstairs. I should have brought it down. Thank you for sending me the new edition, the 2026 good book.
I don't keep current on a lot of things. Is my car a 2026? No.
No.
Was my house built this year? No.
Is your pickleball championship from 2026? Well, yes, it actually is.
It certainly is. I've got a couple of things, Chip. We did the turkey trot, which I won, which is why I wear the medal.
Congrats.
I won my fantasy football league.
No way. I
this
didn't know
year.
that. Congrats.
That just came down the pike.
I
We
came
won
in
the.
second place in my pool this year.
Ooh.
But
you told me you weren't doing fantasy football and you didn't like it and you didn't want to do fantasy football.
I did want to do it with you, is what I'm saying.
Mm.
I think that's what it is. And I will say, it's not exactly fantasy football. It's a football pool, so it's my family that does it. Like, it's like cousins and stuff. And I just take 4 minutes to, like, you just pick the team. So you don't have players. You just, like, go down the lineup that week and be like, all right, I pick the Rams. I pick the Eagles. I pick the whatever. And then we tally them up. That's all we do.
It's good to get a nice tally. It would be nice, maybe someday we'll do something like that together again. Remember we used to be in Wayne's Bargain League?
Wayne's Bargain League. I think I still get we actually, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. We may still be in Wayne's Bargain League fantasy football league because I was in it for a few years after I stopped doing it. That was with our buddies at the show up in Connecticut, and I did it, and I was like really interested in it, and then like I just thought it was over, and we maybe did for like another year, but like I never heard about it again, so I was like, and then at one point I was like halfway through the season, and it's like you're in third place. I'm like I'm not playing this year, but somehow I was.
That league did go by the wayside eventually, but we were all actively playing except for you. That I remember talking to you and being like, you didn't play a quarterback last week or something like that, and you were just like, huh?
Yeah, I did not know it was.
You were unaware that the season had just continued going.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, Chip. Let's get into this good book.
Let's make it happen, buddy.
What do you got for us today, buddy?
All right. Well, congratulations to Thomas O'Brien for winning his pickleball tournament, and congratulations to the island of Bermeja.
Ooh, tell me about Bermeja.
Bermeja has a world record. It's located off the northwest of the Yucatan Peninsula in the Gulf of America.
Okay.
It's owned by the nation of Mexico. Bermeja was first noted by Spanish cartographer Alonso de Santa Cruz in 1539.
Where does he rank on your cartographer rating?
Number 2.
Number 2.
After
you Magellan guy?
I like John Cartographer himself, who they named it after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the OG.
John Cartographer. I believe he was a German man. Yeah.
So very precise.
He's my favorite. Yeah. So Bermeja was first noted. Spanish cartographer. He found him in 1539. That's a while back. Okay. It continues to be shown on maps until about 1921. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Thomas. Bermeja, like your high school girlfriend who lived up in Vancouver, doesn't exist.
What?
Bermeja isn't real. Congratulations to Bermeja for getting the world record for the longest lived Phantom Island.
That's unbelievable, dude.
For over 382 years, people were like, oh, no, it's there somewhere. It's on the map. It's there somewhere. And they're like, oh, okay. It wasn't. It wasn't, Thomas. It was just
amazing.
Never there. Now, there are some conspiracy people who think that the island sunk into the ocean because of an earthquake or something like that.
Yeah.
But generally, they're just like, no, Santa Cruz, he didn't know what he was talking about. He just had another island, or he just miscalculated. But for a while, for hundreds of years, it was on maps, and even Mexico was like, yeah. Here's the crazy part. The Mexican government laid claim to the island of Bermeja as recently as 2009. That's the year that Parks and Recreation debuted. From 1539 till 2009, they're like, yeah, no, that's our island. There was never an island there. It's just fake. Bermeja, Thomas, it doesn't exist like Atlantis or Oz or Rhode Island. It's a fake place that's just on a map that doesn't actually exist. And that's why I love it. But just like Dave Shay, here's what I want to do. Here's the special part. To commemorate this achievement, Thomas, I haven't passed this by you, but we have a new contest that we are going to be running. Sunburnt is having a big contest. One of you lucky viewers or listeners is going for a 6-day, 7-night, all-inclusive paid vacation to the island of Bermeja. 5-star accommodations, fine dining, a huge swimming pool, and every single room in the resort has a view of the ocean. So enter today for a free trip to the fake island of Bermeja in the Gulf of Mexico.
For legal reasons, I'm going to have to say that's not happening.
Also, for legal reasons, I will say it doesn't exist.
There is a lot of like historical back and forth about what actually happened there, and one of the leading theories that scholars kind of lean back on is that he was not a cartographer in the traditional sense. He was more of a fartographer.
Okay.
And he kind of just drew circles around places that smelt funny to him.
See, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
He was
Cartography is a
fartographer.
it is a skill that has gone by the wayside, unfortunately. You don't hear about them as much anymore.
Yeah.
But someday, I think it will be back. Oh, by the way, and last thing, to put a button on this fake island in the Gulf of Mexico, you sent me a text last night. You purchased the same book that I was reading.
Yep.
The Elementals. Which we don't have to get into. I don't know if you started it yet or not. You maybe not even cracked it. Takes place on the opposite end of the Gulf of Mexico, on the north end, at the very bottom panhandle of Alabama, looking out into the beautiful Gulf of Mexico.
I'll be reading with wide eyes, looking for any characters who may or may not be having any phantom smells coming in.
I think so. And you might find some. And there may or may not be a character called Bermeja there.
Bermeja. Bermeja, there's certain words or names that you kind of have a visual image with who that person is.
Yeah.
And Bermeja is not a beautiful person, I don't think. It's not what you name a beautiful person.
It's not what you. Yeah.
You're gonna have a look. It won't be for the cover of magazines. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can see that. I think that could be a good, like a drink. Maybe we create a tropical drink called the Bermeja. Like, oh, what can I get you? I'll have a 7-7 and a Bermeja.
A Bermeja and soda.
Yeah, a Bermeja and soda. And you know what a Bermeja and soda is?
What is it?
It's literally just soda, because Bermeja doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist? Oh, maybe that's like an NA code you can drop at like a bar. You're not trying to get boozed up, but you want to close a big business deal with an alcoholic. So you're like, I'll have a Bermeja.
He'll have an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And I'll have a Bermeja and Coke.
A Bermeja on the rocks.
Yeah.
And they just throw a snowball at you.
Yeah, that's all it is.
All right. I love it, dude. I love it.
Thomas, what is your big good book record?
Buddy, we're going big.
Go big or
We're
go
going
home.
big, and I'm going to tell you right now, Chip, the largest wave ever surfed is going to blow your mind.
Whoa. All right. I've seen some videos. I don't know if it's the record or not, but I've seen some big waves.
You've seen some big waves, but I mean, we're going to get technical. That's what the good book does. It gives us the specifics to put it into context.
All right.
I need you to guess for me, how big do you think the ocean's final boss is?
Like the wave, the biggest wave?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like 50 feet? I don't know.
Buddy, you are a little over halfway there. It is 86 feet, Chip.
Jeez. That's stories high. that is surfing the side of a factory right there.
That is roughly 8 stories high, Chip.
Jeez.
And it's moving at basically the speed of light and can kill you 3 ways.
Yeah.
It can crush you. It can drown you. It can feed you to a shark.
If somebody it 100% can feed you to a shark, Thomas.
You ever been whomped by a wave, Chip?
Oh, I got whomped a couple times, yeah.
I've been whomped by like a 3-foot wave. It put me
just
in what they call the washing machine, and you just kind of, you don't know what way's up. You're swimming into the sandy bank, and
Yeah.
I'm not a strong swimmer.
Okay.
So I guess the ocean can pick on me.
Sure.
But this guy, Sebastian Stutner.
The late Sebastian Stutner, I'm assuming.
No, he's still kicking. He's still kicking.
Is he? Okay, all right.
But just barely.
This is not a Point Break situation.
No.
A Swayze Point Break. Okay.
In 2020,
Okay.
Sebastian Stutner was in Nazaré, Portugal.
Oh.
Home of a massive underwater canyon that turns normal waves into behemoths, Chip.
Whoa.
He didn't paddle into it. He had to be jet ski towed into it. You can't paddle into these bad boys.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
It would just be impossible. The pressure at the bottom of waves like this can break bones and knock you out. So, like, all these big wave surfers have to train like astronauts, dude. They, like, go through all these specific trainings to help them hold their breath, to help them be ready to be rescued, to do all this stuff. And you can't just crash on one of these big waves to get in the good book. You have to actually ride it.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, he is, it probably doesn't go all the way to the crest. He's probably not that high up.
He's taking the elevator halfway up, yeah.
If he's halfway up, that is 4 stories off of, like, the bottom of the wave. And you have to barrel it down and maintain enough control to get, like, a ride that counts.
I mean, what goes through your mind at that point?
It can't be anything. It can't be anything. It's just like I have to imagine that we have a certain amount of the, like, ability to shut your brain off that helped us, like, get on stage the first couple of times, you know?
Yes.
It's like you just can't think about it. It's just like there is something, like, wave-like about it. It's like, you know, early on especially, you know, you're going up in like 5 hours, and you just, for me, I'm just like on my board at that point, and I'm like, this is gonna happen no matter what I do. Like, I'm just gonna keep waiting, and then the thing's gonna happen, and then it'll be over.
Right. And maybe I will never breathe again. Yes.
And maybe I'll never breathe again, except the worst case outcome I ever had getting on stage was people not laughing as much as I'd care for.
Right. Where people were like, I'd prefer someone else rather than being crushed by the ocean.
Yeah, that's a real rough game to play.
Good job for Sebastian, man. That is, I will say this. I bet you Sebastian's never done improv.
No, it's like, who's braver, Sebastian Surfer or Sebastian Maniscalco?
I mean, that guy he gets waves of laughter. I will say that.
He does, and he makes bold choices. He does big movements. He talks in a very syncopated manner.
I'm sure he has to learn how to breathe in a certain way like an astronaut.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's imperative to what he does for a living. So, you know, I think this is like shout out Sebastians.
I think to all Sebastians, Belle and Sebastian, the band.
Yeah.
That's the only Sebastian I can think of. But
I think the crab from Little Mermaid.
The crab from Little Mermaid. That was the other one I was going to go to.
Congratulations. Hats off to, the invisible islands and the very real waves.
And the very real waves.
Shout out the ocean, to whom is the founder of both of these.
Huzzah to you, the ocean. Great job, Portugal. Down old South America way.
Who is Armano?
Yes.
All right. Well, you got anything else, Chip?
Make sure you call in if you have that embarrassing or harrowing, crazy vacation story, or maybe it's just an embarrassing story where you would want a vacation and you want to think if you deserve a vacation. Call in, let us know. You can do it with your name. You can do it anonymously, and check that out. But just check me out at Chip Chantry. Check at the Sunburnt Podcast. Follow us. Subscribe to YouTube, the Sunburnt Pod, and that's it for me.
Then tell your friends. We're hanging out here every week, Thursdays. This is the Sunburnt Podcast, where two buddies talk about travel. Kind of, if we get around to it.
Yeah.
Until next time, stay burnt. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I need some clarification. Isn't it the person who booked the room that gets to sleep on the top bunk?
We don't have bunk beds here.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, this is our hotel. This is not our hotel. I'm sorry, we're in an IKEA right now.